So I'm out here with the Z8 and the 400-2.8. See if we get this guy dropping in. Right with the nice colors. Gets ready to watch a fun loon landing. Some common terns in the pink there. It's really nice. Oh, there we go. That's it, nice. Excellent, looking right into the light. Let's get lower. Let's move and try and get some of that highlight off the background. Pretty cool. Dramatic. Keep it dark. How cool is that? You know, just, you never expect it and it comes out of nowhere sometimes. But you just put yourself in the right spot and then all of a sudden, like, a bird just flies in an amazing spot like that. You get this dramatic backlit thing. Hey, good morning, everybody. All right, so it's almost sunrise here. We're on the coast of Newfoundland. This is where we stayed last night. You can see the van back there. And we're actually right on this beautiful coastline here. And actually there's a nice flock of Eiders right out there that I think we're gonna go try for, but we're also gonna see what other shorebirds we find along here. So should be a fun morning. Nice short outing, I think. It's gonna be strong sun real fast. So let's go see what we can get. So I'm out here with the Z8 and the 400-2.8. The main reason I have the 400-2.8 today is I wanna get a lot of reach. That built-in teleconverter I think is going to help because everything around here has been pretty skittish. Just hearing some birds calling. Everything been around here, oh, it's a loon, has been pretty skittish, and so I'm going to need the additional reach, I think. Got maybe a gull or a tern flying overhead here. That looks like a Caspian tern. Cool, let's see if he lands. Not landing, but that's okay. All right, looks like all the Eiders have mostly pushed off back here. You can see them pretty far out. There were a bunch on that rock, but I think they're kind of on the other side. We do have some Ruddy Turnstones out there, and we do have some Eiders over there hanging out, but I don't know. It's going to be real hard to sneak up on them, but let's just head over to the shoreline, see what happens. Yeah, see, there are some still up here. Look at this. When I get higher, there's some resting on the other side here, but already they're starting to move in. And from this perspective, I have to shoot down low. Oh, there's the loon. Look, there's one there, kind of going nuts. There's one up here. See if we get this guy dropping in. Right with the nice colors. Gets ready to watch a fun loon landing. That's cool. I don't know where the other one went. Oh, got a little peep right here. Might be a spotted sandpiper. Maybe not, I'm not sure yet. Just gotta watch where I'm walking here. There's a lot of seaweed. Background kind of sucks. Not really seeing much color. This is a tough approach. If I shoot down on the water, there's a bit of texture, but I can't get low enough here because I'd have to get over there. It's all seaweed. I'll slide right into the ocean. So it's not gonna work, but maybe he'll let me approach from another angle here. We'll see what happens. It is a spotted sandpiper. He's gonna head out to that rock. Ah, there was a second one, didn't know. All right guys, there was a loon coming in kind of close over here. So I just got low to see if he'll keep coming, but he dove. I'm not sure where he's gonna surface. And then, I don't know, I'll be quiet, but I don't know if you guys can hear these common Eiders. Although they were just making noise, they stopped. All right, here's our loon right out here. So let's put a teleconverter in Slow the shutter speed down. The problem here is the water is just a bit of a mess out there. If it was calm, this would be really pretty because look, there's a little bit of pink color in the sky and everything. It's just that water's too messy. He's out of focus there. Let's get him back. Try one here. Yeah, that's such a bummer. If he comes in closer, there's that call. This would totally work. I think even out this way, where all these eiders are, nah, it's still the same thing out there actually. You can see it's just a bit of, look at all these eiders, common eiders. It's kind of fun. Everything's just a bit too far away. Some common terns in the pink there. It's really nice. That was cool. They come again. We're just gonna track these guys around. I'm basically waiting for them to get there. I want some color. There's beautiful colors and tones there. If this tern would turn, come back towards us. I'll just hang here a second, wait and see. All right, we're gonna head back this way. The sun should be coming up over the hills shortly. And maybe we'll get some light on some things over here. So let's see if we can find some shorebirds. So I've learned one thing here, and that is at this particular location, high tide seems to be better just because it pushes the birds up a little bit further, condenses them. And I think generally there's like less areas to feed. So yeah, here it's been a little bit of a struggle this morning with really low tide. Number one, I can't get quite as low and close to the edge because of all the seaweed, and it's super slippery. And I don't feel like taking a dip this morning. But secondly, yeah, I think the birds are a little bit more spread out. When I was here 3-4 days ago and the tide was really high, all the turnstones were like kind of condensed. Everything was just kind of like pushed in further and up higher on the rocks. So usually shorebird photography, you want low tide where there's more places for them to feed. But this particular spot seems to be a challenge, but we'll see what we can do. I'm hoping we can find something over in this area. Let's go see. And originally I was planning on waiting for it to get a little bit more light, but that light looks pretty soft and pretty there. Wait for those fun like hovering positions. Try and compose him in the direction he's looking, which seems to be into the wind to the right. Oh, there we go. A little high key. Lower our ISO a little bit more, maybe get some color in it. There you can see the light just starting to hit. So we should get it soon on these guys here. Ruddy Turnstone flock flying in here. And gone. So we got this common tern flying here, beautiful light. But I gotta say, these backgrounds just up in the blue sky like this are pretty boring. So unless he does a crazy cool position or comes lower and gives me like some horizon in the frame, I feel like the shots are kind of not that exciting. See, now if he went down into the dark like that, flying towards me with some light, that's different. Then we also have all these telephone poles in the background, so a bit of a challenging spot here for these guys in flight. Alright, I just saw some Ruddy Turnstones land on this rock over here. I think we might finally have a chance at a good shot if I can get a little bit closer. Currently too far away, and I gotta sort of make my way through this maze of seaweed. But I think if I get right up on this point here, I've got a good shot at them. Actually, I'm gonna take the gamble, so I can go up on this point here and get a really small frame. But if I go around this way and kind of up on that next set of rocks, I should be much closer. So I'm gonna go for that, because they're small birds, and while I love small in frame, I don't want that small in frame. And they're kind of feeding on the other side of the rock, so I kind of have some cover right now. All right, we're nice and close here. But of course they're feeding on the other side. But if they pop up to the top there, the light's gonna be amazing. I do wanna be a little bit lower. Oh, here comes some more. I'm gonna get low. Let's see if they land. Nope. That flock continued on. Let's see if we can see these guys. There they are. It's fun getting them peeking over like that, but the water in the background sucks. So I think we'll be a little bit more patient here, or maybe we'll see if we can swing around this way on the right. But first we'll try the patience thing. All right, I'm gonna try staying low and moving slow. See if we can get around the other side of this rock and see these guys a little bit better. There we go. That's kind of fun. If we can get them turned into the light, like to the left here. No, there's that one little point of, oh, there we go. That's it, nice. Excellent, looking right into the light. Let's get lower. Oh. It's all right, there's still one or two more here. Yeah, there's two more here. Let's see if I can get to the right just a little bit more here. There's actually three more there. This guy peeking up. So cute. Again, we got the rough water in there though. Here we go, this guy might come up. Got some real fun, strong, dramatic light. There we go. Let's get lower. Wait for him to look into that sun. Oh, every time they come up there, they take off. Look at this. Get lower. Let's compose more. Oh, I was gonna say let's compose more foreground in there and less water, but oh, here we go. We got more coming in. Oh, they flew by. It's okay. It's okay. They might come around and land. Let's see. So it's kind of tough in these situations. We have these birds right here, but I'm seeing some birds down further along the coastline here that I think have more potential with like interesting dramatic backgrounds. And these guys, it's just like basically like this blue background and the water's not that great in the background. It's not smooth and calm. So we'll try one more. One just came up here. They're working a different spot here. And there they went anyway. So that kind of answered the question for me. Ooh, backlight here. Water's no good. See, now if we could get low enough to get them up in the black, we'd have beautiful rim light. But I'm thinking we can't. But that's cool, we got something. We got something. Tough spot. Definitely challenging. This is one of those, I think, really challenging, but has potential for really good rewards places. So, you know, getting into position, getting a good lineup, getting everything to work and be in the right spot is hard without getting soaking wet. I should have worn my muck boots. That would have helped. I could have walked in some of the more shallow water and stuff like that without issue. So, you know, being prepared would have helped a little bit more. But in any case, it's still just the uneven terrain. Finding a good perspective that's low, kind of getting things to line up. All that's a bit of a challenge, but the potential for like some really cool shots is really here. You know, I definitely see the potential for like some of these really cool options. It's just hard to make it happen. So we'll try for a little bit more, see what we can get to work. And maybe we can get one of those really good rewards. Because we do have a little group of Ruddy Turnstones up here that I'm about to try and work with. Oh, I think we got some young spotteds in here, which is kind of cool. See, this is what I'm talking about. Look at that. Working through the rocks here. It's basically a silhouette, but it's pretty cool. We definitely want some of the more calm water, or him to show out just a little bit more. But I'm digging this composition. See where the water's rough right now? No good. Ah, bummer. That almost lined up really, really cool. Then we do have this guy back there, but I'm not seeing anything that interesting there. Oh, here we go. Moved over. Yeah, the silhouette is kind of cool here. We just need the calm water. Let's wait for that seaweed to kind of move out the back there. Go a little bit darker. Get things nice and rich. I'm gonna try switching over to animal real quick. See if I can get the, yeah, look at that, see? Better eye tracking. For these static subjects, these small and frame birds, the animal definitely works better than bird in my experience with 3D tracking here. All right, let's see if we can move in just a little bit closer without scaring these guys. Just gotta move slow and stay low. Yep, I just made one quick move and spooked them. They went down just a little bit further here. Look at this. Come on, focus. Perfect. Wait for the turn. Let's move and try and get some of that highlight off the background. Pretty cool. Dramatic. Keep it dark. I want to keep them against the rocks. Ooh. That was fun. Oh, we got this guy back there too. Let's see if we can silhouette him in that little open space there. There we go. Got a little bit of sparkle in the background. Interesting shapes in the water. Let's crop out that top light spot so we have mostly just the one there. All right, he moved on. Let's see about this turnstone again. Okay, go up there. There you go, buddy. I want a little bit higher with him. Get him right in that opening. Cool. How cool is that? You know, just, you never expect it and it comes out of nowhere sometimes. But you just put yourself in the right spot and then all of a sudden, like, a bird just flies in an amazing spot like that. You get this dramatic backlit thing. I think some of those are gonna be cool. I like that. Nice. All right, we got a few more shorebirds over along this way. I don't know if it's gonna be any good, but we'll check them out. Let's see where this guy is still here. I'm actually gonna switch off my exposure matching on the viewfinder so I can see what's happening there. Cause see, that's my exposure, but I wanna be able to see what's going on there. So I'm gonna leave it exposed dark. They need to get higher, I need to get lower. Something needs to change. It's so challenging. Let's see. Here we go, here we go. All right. Got him right up on the top of this rock here. It's kind of fun. Another silhouette. Also, okay, we got this guy right in here. Again, let's set it lighter so we can see what we're doing. I'm gonna get lower. Oh, fun. Let's put these guys against some dark background. Oh. Something alerted them. Oh, we got a spotted up top here. See, now remember, I'm exposed really dark here. Getting a little bit far away on that one. Cool, that was great though. I really enjoyed that. All right, we got a greater yellowlegs over here. Some kind of yellowlegs. Can't tell yet. Something tells me I won't be able to get anywhere near this guy. Actually, we might be able to play, it's such calm water. We can kind of play with the higher perspective here. Let's go smaller in frame. 2.8, lower that ISO. Increase that shutter speed. Let's play with the shapes here. Come on, buddy, turn towards me. I like the shape of the water and the rocks here. We do want cleanliness with the seaweed. Like, even that shape isn't bad. Let's keep them nice and dark. It's kind of fun. I mean, a little bit lower would be nice. Maybe we're gonna flip the teleconverter back in. We got a lower perspective, but now you see that point above him? It was starting to kind of interfere. All right, he's coming back towards us. This is better. There we go. Let's compose him lower in the frame. Put those big rocks above him. Little context with the horizon back there. Wait for him to look. See how good the eye tracking does with the animal here? Well, not right now. There we go. Guys, I think that's a wrap. That sun is bright already. You can see how harsh it is on my face here with the shadows. You know, I just got the backlit, rimlit, and silhouette stuff. We just got a little bit more front light on these yellow legs here. So I think that's a wrap this morning. It's probably, let's see, not quite an hour after sunrise, about 45 minutes after sunrise, but absolutely not a cloud in the sky. Nice cool morning up here in Newfoundland. So no humidity, which means the sun is strong. And so yeah, that's it, you know, let's wrap it up. No need in continuing to push. It's challenging here. And so if I just keep pushing, it's just gonna be harsher light, you know? And so I'm not gonna like the photos, I know it. So I think I got what I can get, and that was a fun morning. It started off slow, really challenging. Didn't get anything nearby, but we stuck with it. And I think we got some stuff. I'm really glad I did bring this 400 2.8. I think that was like the key. Having the extra reach was really good, shallow depth of field, especially with those backlit shots at the end right there. You could see how I got some nice shallow depth, got some sparkly bokeh in a couple of spots there with those backlit images of the, what do we have there? Turnstone, was it? Yeah, Turnstone. And so that was pretty cool. So we got some terns in flight, some shorebirds, mixed in a few different lighting conditions. I call that a success. Thanks so much for joining me, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. See you on the next one. Here's the best part. I got a 1-minute walk back home.